OK, très bien. La parole circule. Oui, Jules. Donc, M. Charville, ensuite, Philidor. D'accord.
Okay. Mr. President, I think that today we are putting the cart before the horse.
OK.
Mr. President, in your report for this point on the agenda, you mentioned September 16, 2020.
Yes.
My colleague, Angeline Lawrence, reminded us what happened on that day. But Mr. President, there was no one else in this hall here besides you and myself that fought side and side that day. We were part of the negotiations in the prefect office together. So we know what that date represents. It hurt me, Mr. President, to see 13 days ago, September 16, 2022, that day went by like it was just any other day. No one saying anything except myself that went on the radio to remind the people, our population, what it represents. This is the second, the first thing. The other thing, Mr. President, I think that you said a delegation from the Dutch side met with a delegation headed by you over here, headed by the Prime Minister. Mr. President, how many persons for each delegation? I think that if you want to have a consensus, because for this vote to pass, it should be a consensus, a good representation of the population. So each faction leader in this hall should have been invited. It seems like that meeting happened on August 23rd, 2022, in secret, because we didn't see it in the media. And today, when we read the report, not today, since you sent us the document, we learn about that meeting. And based on that meeting, here we are this morning, that you are proposing that we vote. And if we don't vote, then we are betrayers, we are traitors. That is hard, Mr. President. The language, I think it was awkward. I don't think, knowing you, you don't mean it that way, but that's how it came across. But it should not be passed like that. Should not be transmitted that way, Mr. President. No. Mr. President, I think it's premature to go into this vote today. The idea from Angeline, my colleague, Mr. Gibbs, involving the population, but the schools, she's right. Maybe we can go over there from both sides. Let the school children design something, and then we can maybe find a symbol that is more like a coming as a consensus. It is important. Not something, this is not political, chosen by you and a few around you. You talk about a territorial council, Angeline. It's not that. It is, today we are examining something, a decision. We are about to take a decision based on two small groups that met and say, okay, we're going to do this in a hurry. No, this is not something that should be done in a hurry. It is important. I agree 100%, as I said, but we should not be in a hurry. We should take our time to put this together and get on the biggest consensus that we can, Mr. President, and then come to this council and put it to a vote. It is premature.
Okay, I saw a comment.